wearing a brightly colored brief with large letter R in white and the year 1990 in yellow. An anonymous tipster passed along the Instagram handle of the suspect and told police that the robbers had tried to sell their stolen merchandise. Detectives reviewed video footage from the sale location and spotted the man with the recognizable briefs and arrested him just a few days ago. And that's where we end Caribbean Week in Review. Join us again next week when we recap the stories making headlines across the region. I'm Renee Sion.
Welcome to a world of art, a world of entertainment, and a kaleidoscope of cultural expression. It's a new season of A&E Showcase. Allow us to take you on a journey and introduce you to the talented artists, musicians, and creatives who share their incredible stories. A&E Showcase. Watch it on the ZNS Network this fall.
I can see it. I can feel it. Grand Bahama, the bounce back. You have a clear vision.
Yeah.
What is it that you hope this show will do for the island of Grand Bahama and indeed the people here on this northern island?
It will do exactly what bad news does. It will reverse that and let people know that all hope is not lost.
In the person of the Honorable Prime Minister Philip Brave Davis, right? He's doing an excellent job.
I'm seeing major hotels. I'm seeing large cultural shows.
It's time for us to actually invest before we can ask someone to invest.
There's a greater good, and there is something bigger than me and you.
Do you hear that? That's Junkanoo. And that means that the Boxing Day and New Year's Day Junkanoo parades are right around the corner. Don't get left behind. Make sure book your ads in the live ZNS broadcast of the Junkanoo parades, the most professional coverage of our national art form. Call the ZNS sales office today at 502-3800. Ask for the special Junkanoo advertising package and be a part of Junkanoo on the ZNS TV network. It's good.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the news, tonight we take a closer look at the by-election results and what it means for each political party. Also, as the PLP celebrates victory and commit to the work promised, the FNM is accepting defeat but also analyzing the by-election. And Virgin Voyages and Resorts World welcomes its 1 millionth passenger. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thank you so much for tuning in. Topping the news tonight, a financial consultant delves into the electoral landscape, providing a breakdown of voter numbers in both the 2021 and 2023 elections. He comments on shifts in voter preferences and emphasizes the urgency for strategic adaptations by political parties. Raven Davis reports.
Not showing up. That number increased to 2,319 persons that did not show up. 38% of the eligible voters did not vote, so a decline of a further 16%.
The PLP's candidate Kingsley Smith garnering more votes than the former Member of Parliament Obi Woolcombe in 2021. In contrast, the Free National Movement's candidate Bishop Ricardo Grant securing fewer votes than the FNM's Pakeisha Parker Edgecombe in the same year. The results suggesting a shifting dynamic in voter preferences.
I think the PLP is motivated. While Obi Woolcombe was a legend in certain respects, there's no question that I think they were slightly more motivated this time around with a new person who will come with young and bright ideas. And while I'm not a political scientist, the FNM's work is cut out for them. I think there's a lot of work that they have to do to motivate voters, because this is, I think, a trend that we can rely on in terms of the interest level of voters going out to the polls.
Also notable, some 9% of voters supporting the coalition of independents or an independent candidate, a departure from the usual 2%.
98% of those, at least, voted for the coalition. So I think hats off to Lincoln Bain and his movement, and it shows that a third party has to obviously continue in this trend for voters to look at taking them seriously.
Roll also emphasizing the need for the Parliamentary Registration Department to conduct studies and possibly revamp its system to enhance accuracy.
Some of the things with respect to the fact that I've already registered with this purple card, and my lackluster interest of going back to say that I've moved out of the constituency, I'm in a new polling division, I've moved out of the country, things of this nature is where they may be having need to go back and do some studies to actually make it more of an accuracy with the total number of eligible voters that they...
Commenting on the electorate's disillusionment, Roll says parties have to look at their strategies with a view of improving the lives of citizens and government services. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Reven Davis.
Well, the Progressive Liberal Party is still celebrating its landslide victory after winning 12 of the 14 polling divisions in West Grand Bahama and Bimini constituency by-election. Tonight, chairman of the party says the work continues to fulfill the commitment made to the people. Ajay Kwan has more in this report.
Time to get back to work.
The Progressive Liberal Party's leader, the Honorable Philip Davis, addressing the media following the conclusion of the West Grand Bahama and Bimini by-election. PM Davis outlining the party's immediate agenda and expressing gratitude for their victory.
We are working assiduously to ensure that we bring relief to those people in West Grand Bahama. So, for example, they have to go to Grand Bahama for a lot of into Freeport to access a lot of services. But one of the things we've just done is to open up an administrative complex to bring services into the community, so they won't have to go to Freeport anymore. Right? There are other things that we're hoping to bring into the community itself, which we hope will spur further activities.
Looking ahead, the PLP's leadership, particularly Chairman the Honorable Fred Mitchell, expresses optimism, highlighting their commitment to steering the country toward a brighter future. When asked what was next,
the Member of Parliament has to be sworn in. We're going to have a couple of celebrations, and then we're back to work in the House of Assembly, because there's a long agenda that we have before 2026 comes along. And we want to win another term so that we have a celebration just like this.
Mitchell also releasing a statement following the results, expressing confidence in their newly elected Member of Parliament, Kingsley Smith, emphasizing his potential to honorably succeed the late Honorable Obadiah Woolcombe. The chairman concluded that PLP's leader and the candidate stayed the course, and now they have won. It states that this goes to the credit of the people of West Grand Bahama and Bimini. Now it's on to better days ahead for all. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Ajay Quant.
Well, Education Minister and Angleston MP Glenys Hannah Martin spent a lot of time on the ground in West Grand Bahama during the campaign. She says she recognizes the challenges plaguing residents in that community, and she pledges to do her part to bring relief.
I eyeball to eyeball with many people. I took names and numbers. I am going to do my part around the table and in collaboration with colleagues to make sure that we respond appropriately to the issues that are long-standing and to enhance quality of life of the people of Grand Bahama.
Well, the Free National Movement Chairman Dwayne Sands say the party is going back to the drawing board after the crushing West, Grand Bahama and Bimini by-election defeat. Tonight, he affirms that the party stands by their position to run a candidate in the past election, and they are pleased that they ran an effective campaign.
As the Free National Movement analyzed its crushing defeat at the by-election polls, the comparison between the results in 2021 and 2023 is now a topic of discussion as the party received fewer votes this time around. Chairman of the Free National Movement, Dwayne Sands, says that the Progressive Liberal Party carried the weight of the by-election by using all of its resources.
We're talking about two totally different scenarios. One in which the government of the Bahamas brought the entire weight of the administration and all of its resources, knew this, knew that.
And while he contends that the FNM were able to conduct an effective campaign with someone who was community involved and loved by the people, there have been some criticisms levied by those who believed that the Free National Movement should have sat this by-election out. But for that, he says they have no regrets.
None, zero. Okay? We made a decision collectively. It was not a decision made at the spur of the moment. It was a thoughtful, considered decision that had the buy-in and support of leadership, the council, and the rank and file of the Free National Movement.
Also coming into question is the leadership of the party and whether or not this loss now has an impact on Pintart's position.
If every outcome becomes a litmus test for leadership, if every failure, if every letdown, disappointment defines one as a leader, then you ought not be leading.
Sands admitted that the opposition party is disappointed that Bishop Grant did not win his seat. And although that seat was won by the PLP's Obie Wilchcombe in 2021, they did not let that stop them from trying to secure another seat in the constituency. Now, he says that they go back to the drawing board to ready themselves for the 2026 general election.
We will look at it critically. We will analyze it as we have done, as we have been doing. We will pivot where we need to pivot. We will make adjustments where we need to make adjustments.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jolanda Thompson Everest.
News from police. Police on Abaco launching an investigation into a boating incident that has left a 53-year-old resident of Abaco with serious injuries to his body. The incident taking place in waters off Sandy Point, Abaco on Thursday, November 23, 2023. According to preliminary reports, it was around 12:30 p.m. when the victim, along with two other males, ages 26 and 22, were returning from a fishing trip in the creek off Sandy Point while on board a 17-foot Boston whaler. The boat crashed into a sandbank. The victim was ejected, sustaining serious injuries to his head and right thigh. Emergency measures were taken and the victim was airlifted to New Providence for further medical attention. Meanwhile, some sad news from Bimini. Police on Bimini are also investigating the circumstances surrounding the death of a 47-year-old female from Fairview Road, Bartsville, Texas. Police reports indicate that on Thursday, November 23rd, 2023, around 8:20 a.m., officers from Ocean Key Police Station were first alerted. They were informed that around 6 a.m. on the same day, the deceased, who was a passenger aboard a cruise ship, was found unresponsive in her cabin by her roommates while the cruise ship was navigating in international waters. Now, the cruise ship's doctor examined the victim and pronounced her dead. An autopsy will be conducted to determine the exact cause of death. Investigations are continuing into this matter. Well, in lighter news, two lucky passengers walked away with a big prize today in Bimini, courtesy of Resorts World Hotel and Virgin Voyages. But what made them so special? Well, in this report, our Aja Kwan shares how this marks the 1 millionth passenger to exit the Scarlet Lady cruise ship since their first voyage to Bimini in 2021.
exciting day here in Bimini as Resorts World Hotel and Virgin Voyages commemorates their journey by honoring their 1 millionth passenger with an extraordinary gift, a luxurious trip back to the island of Bimini.
You are the 1 million passenger to step in Bimini today. So congratulations.
The couple hailing from Florida were on board the Scarlet Lady ship, one of the 2 voyage ships that dock at Port Bimini. Their package includes round-trip tickets on Valeria, a luxurious stay at Resorts World Hotel, and transportation.
We had no idea. We thought something was going on when we walked out, saw everybody waiting out here, and then it was for us, so it was crazy.
We love to travel. We were on a cruise last weekend, loved this cruise. Have another one booked in January, and now we'll be coming to Bimini.
Yes.
The first voyage of Scarlet Lady to Bimini was in October of 2021. General Manager of Virgin Voyages calls it a moment for celebration.
We have 2,500 sailors on the ship voyaging with us, and we are happy that we got a nice couple that was the 1 million passenger.
The general manager at Resorts World Hotel highlighting the partnership they have with Virgin Voyages, while also speaking to the impact the ships have had on the island.
We're very excited to be a part of this community, and we love Bimini and all that these cruise ships provide for the island and the economic opportunity that it creates. Our guests are what really create that possibility for everyone, and so we wanted to take this opportunity to just say thank you in a special way on a special day to recognize that.
Chairman of the Chamber of Commerce, Bimini, Edward Rackley, also emphasizing the significant impact on the island's economy, recognizing the influx of visitors as a boon for local businesses.
We are working on a number of other things actually to make more things for guests to do that when they return, or even those for the first time. This is the time now that the island right now is actually taking advantage of this cruise ship area, would allow a bigger trickle down than we ever had before.
Virgin Voyages vessels travel to Bimini every 4 to 5 days, inviting guests to their exclusive beach club on the island. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Azure Quant.
When we come back, a corporate giant partnering with other agencies to feed thousands of persons on Grand Bahama. That story, sports, and more when the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, continues.
You asked for it, you've got it. A new plant nursery, fully loaded with everything you need. And extended hours, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Don't miss the fabulous 25% off sale at Park & Shop downtown this November 23rd, 24th, and 25th, excluding underwear and red tag items.
Don't miss the Black Friday sale going on now at Pandora Port Lakaya.
Are you looking to turn your vision into a reality? Join us Friday, December 8th at 9 a.m. for the free UB North Innovation Summit at the Pelican Bay Hotel. Embrace tech innovation in a new era of business. Register by November 30th at ubignite.com or call us at 727-3962.
The Freetown Heritage Festival Committee presents Bonfire Fridays from 5 until 10 p.m. at the Heritage Site in Freetown. Enjoy delicious food, exciting entertainment, fun for the entire family. Friday nights just got better in Freetown.
This Black Friday, get ready for unbelievable savings at Connaught Bahamas for 2 days only. It's a 40% off Black Friday sale, November 24th and 25th. Top quality products, cabinetry, granite, tiles, windows, vinyl flooring, and so much more. Connaught Bahamas is 40% off Black Friday sale. 2 days only, November 24th and 25th. Nassau, Freeport, Abaco, and Eleuthera. Sale opening hours 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Don't you miss out.
Saturday, December 23rd. What it do is the biggest boss in the biz, Ricky Rose. At the Grand Bahama Sports Complex. Biggest boss, and I've been a trillist. CTC, everybody wins live. 100 Jams and Fluid Factory presents Black Bottle Boss, Ricky Rose. Black Bottle Christmas. December 23rd, Freeport, Bahamas. The biggest boss, Ricky Rose. Get ready for Rick Ross. We holding those Bel Air bottles up. Live in concert. This how you close the year out. Also featuring Overdose and Friends. This is international, worldwide. Saturday, December 23rd, Grand Bahama Sports Complex. Gates open 9. I check 1 2 1 2. Yo, what up? What up? This your boy Rick Ross. Larry Hoover. Tickets 50, General 90, Platinum 135. Available at every Fluid Factory location. Call 602-7751 or online at fluidfactory.com/Rick Ross. Sponsored by Bahamas Events Lab, Southern Belle Restaurant, Canoe, Go Hard Family, and Bundle Mall. It's going down.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. The Bahamas Striping Group of companies partnering with Christ the King Cathedral, a number of agencies on the island, to host a feeding drive on Thanksgiving Day. The goal was to feed 2,000 people throughout the community. Shane Stubbs has more in this report.
It was a timely gesture for those in need, as the Bahamas Striping Group of companies, along with civic agencies, teamed up for a Thanksgiving food drive. With the lofty goal to feed 2,000 people in the community, Sunset Pilot Club President Melissa Sayers discusses how important this initiative was.
You can see today by the amount of people how this distribution center alone at Christ the King has been oversubscribed. We have fed more than 500 people here at Christ the King alone. We have other distribution centers with just almost equal amounts throughout the island, from the east to the west. So when you talk about an importance of being able to make sure that somebody had a hot meal today, that is an understatement.
It took only 4 weeks to pull the event off with the help of a number of sponsors and a number of organizations teaming together.
You have the Rotary Club, you have Pilot Club, Sunset Pilot Club, Pilot Clubs of Lucaya, Pilot Club of Freeport, you have Kiwanis, you have also Christ the King has been so gracious and patient in assisting us with having this as a distributing and a feeding center. We thought that it was just the right thing to do. It was a good fit. And they worked so well, were so patient with us with getting all of the donations in, and they've cooked food, and these women have been cooking all week.
Sayers also noted their efforts didn't just stop in Freeport.
We have churches in West Grand Bahama, which is Mount Calvary Baptist. We also have Better to Serve You that has been cooking, and that will be in the Pindus Point area and Mactown, Hawksville area. Then we have the community and East End.
And with that effort, the crew surpassed their goal.
Our aim was to prepare for 2,000 plates. We have oversubscribed. We have passed that amount. So that need was only a drop in the bucket. But at the end of the day, we know that we would have made a difference, which is the name of this initiative.
While this initiative filled a need in a small way, Sayers hopes to see more programs like this take place throughout the island. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shane Stubbs.
Well, it will be a meeting of the Saints and Prayer Warriors as Minister Shelley Shepherd invites the community for prayer on the park. The two-day event kicks off this evening on the Independence Park at 7 p.m. The goal is to revitalize the island through prayer.
Part of the year, he ministered to me, I want you to go back, and I want you to go under the theme, Lord, we came to put you in remembrance of your word. So we're going to be praying that word back to him, reminding him of what he said concerning Grand Bahama. And so we need all of the saints, believers, prayer warriors, prayer generals on the park. It's going to be a fabulous and glorious time, and I use those two words, fabulous, because we have grand gifts, prizes for those who attend, and then we have groceries that are for the single mothers.
Firmly believing in the power of prayer, the minister believes that Grand Bahama will be revived. The two-night event concludes tomorrow with a grocery drive for the single mothers.
Bahama is still a little bit stagnant, and so we want to push back the forces of the adversary. Scripture says, when he see his word, he will hasten to perform it. And we know we need God to move quickly. So we need the intercessors, we need prayer warriors, we need faith walkers, we need devil stompers, we need the crying, we need the worship, we need the praise. So everybody carries those compartments. So we're asking everybody in Grand Bahama who knows the power and the virtue of prayer, let us meet on the park.
And tonight, we continue our series highlighting the 59th celebration of women in policing in the Bahamas. Tonight, we share with you the story of Lanika Russell.
So, of course, it has never been a childhood dream of mine to become a police officer. However, sometime in 2009, I made a decision. An opportunity arose. I thought it was a good career choice at that point in time, and I decided to enroll. And in June 2009, I enlisted in the Royal Bahamas Police Force and became a police officer. Hope for the police force at this time is to, in a nutshell, like everyone in the community would want, to continue to keep all citizens safe. We try to safeguard vulnerable persons in the community, make sure that we all could live comfortably and safely and not be scared when we move and traverse about our daily lives. And I hope to see the force progress in hopes of keeping crime to as minimal as we can keep it.
Congratulations, Lanika. Well, it's now time for your Friday check on sports with Jay Philippe.
Good evening, I'm Jay Philippe, and welcome to Sports. Well, first in sports, the Tabernacle Thanksgiving Basketball Tournament kicked off earlier this week at St. George's Gymnasium. 3 local teams participating, while 5 U.S.-based teams competing in this year's tournament. Tournament organizer Norris Bain gave this update.
Columbia ranked number 1 in the 3A, and then Jonesboro ranked number 5 in the 6A over there. And so we are looking forward to that. Next year's tournament is already booked. 2024 is already booked solid, so we got to get a jet up to Knoxville and bring those people in next year. Really want to be a part of making Grand Bahama the events and entertainment capital of the Bahamas.
This is how we always try to open up our season down here. And what better place to open up your season in a lovely country like this, and especially over in Freeport. But as far as the team concerned, yesterday was our first game of the season, and it's going to take time for the kids to gel. But you're more looking for camaraderie, getting the kids together, where they got to depend on each other and all that for them to be successful.
As far as games from day 2, Oak Ridge defeated Jonesboro High 45-43. Sunland got the win against Southwest DeKalb 61-56. The Tabernacle Falcons edged out St. George's 55-51, and Columbia High took care of Lakeside easily 57-20. The semifinals will play tomorrow morning, while the championship will play at 6 p.m. Sticking with hoops, scores from primary school basketball yesterday. In girls' play, Bartlett Hill Primary dominated Martintown. The final score in that game was 10-0. Holmes Rock got the W against West End Primary 4-2, and Hugh Campbell Primary Hornets defeated Wilbur Outen Academy 5-1. From the court to the softball field, BMES took care of Jackiewood High 19-1 in senior girls' play softball yesterday, while St. George's Jaguars didn't waste any time defeating St. Paul's Methodist 24-1 in senior girls' play as well. Staying with softball, young Labria Sands was named Extra Innings National Club Player of the Week over in the United States. Sands plays for Unity 14U, Amsler Johnson in Lakeland, Florida. Sands turned in an outstanding performance at the Clearwater Softball Classic. Overall, she had 3 home runs and tossed 3 innings in a combined no-hitter. Ladies and gents, that's a quick check on sports. I'm Jay Philippe. Have a great weekend, and as always, be blessed.
Invites you to join them for a Thanksgiving feast at Portobello's. It's a full buffet Thursday, November 23rd, 5 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Saturday, December 23rd, it's a Black Bottle concert at a new location, the GB Sports Complex. Tickets are on sale now at every Fluid location. General admission is $50.
This Christmas is on BTC. Sign up for one of our $64.99 or higher postpaid plans or one of our broadband bundles.
Drive into 2024 with a brand new Kia Sonet. Pay your bill in full and you can be a winner with our Christmas grab bag.
Activate a $15 prepaid prepaid combo and get your chance to win Visa gift cards, travel and gas vouchers, and so much more.
Terms and conditions apply.
List your home in Grand Bahama with H.G. Christie. Visit their new office in the Port Lucaya Marketplace. H.G. Christie, celebrating over 100 years of service.
Health officials announced early on that the curve of the fourth wave has been flat.
Stand by, Talon. 2 and cue.
We have a dynamic team of diverse, enthusiastic journalists committed to uncovering the truth and delivering it with zeal and integrity.
Confirms that the victim's body was found by an individual who was involved in the search
We
party.
tell the heartwarming tales of resilience and success, from local politics to cultural events. We have it covered. We have Aja coming live from Bimini tonight for our top story. We are your trusted source in the North. We are ZNS Northern Edition.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
This programming note, ZNS 8:10 a.m., The Light and 104.5 FM will be back up and running on Monday, November 27th. For all sales inquiries, we invite you to contact the department at 727-0778. And that's going to do it for us here in the North. On behalf of the entire ZNS News team, I'm Ramiko Knowles. The Bahamas Tonight continues.
Do you hear that? That's Junkanoo. And that means that the Boxing Day and New Year's Day Junkanoo parades are right around the corner. Don't get left behind. Make sure to book your ads in the live ZNS broadcast of the Junkanoo parades, the most professional coverage of our national art form. Call the ZNS sales office today at 502-3800. Ask for the special Junkanoo advertising package and be a part of Junkanoo on the ZNS TV network.
Welcome to a world of art, a world of entertainment, and a kaleidoscope of cultural expression. It's a new season of A&E Showcase. Allow us to take you on a journey and introduce you to the talented artists, musicians, and creatives who share their incredible stories. A&E Showcase. Watch it on the ZNS network this fall.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the National Report, shifts in voter preferences, work promotions granted, Black Friday deals, and in sports, athletes honored. The Bahamas tonight, the National Report, starts now.
ZNS News is brought to you by BTC. Win over $100,000 in prizes when you sign up, top up, pay up, or watch and win with BTC. This Christmas is on us.
I'm Lloyd Allen. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks so much for joining us. Topping news, a financial consultant delves into the electoral landscape, providing a background of voter numbers in both the 2021 general elections and the 2023 by-election. He has identified shifts in voter preferences and emphasizes the urgency for strategic adaptations by political parties. Raven Davis reports.
This may be a growing trend of where the voter turnout is going to be where people, more than 25% of the voters, will not show up.
That's financial consultant Roger Roll offering his perspective on the future trajectory of elections in the country. He reflects on the fiercely contested West Grand Bahama and Bimini race and the noteworthy decrease in voter turnout during the 2023 by-election.
22% of the voters that did not vote in 2021 from the eligible voter total of 5,700 voters. 2 days ago at this by-election, instead of 1,249 persons not showing up, that number increased to 2,319 persons that did not show up. 38% of the eligible voters did not vote, so a decline of a further 16%.
The PLP's candidate Kingsley Smith garnering more votes than the former Member of Parliament Obi Wilchcombe in 2021. In contrast, the Free National Movement's candidate Bishop Ricardo Grant securing fewer votes than the FNM's Pakeisha Parker Edgecombe in the same year. The results suggesting a shifting dynamic in voter preferences.
I think the PLP is motivated. They, while Obi Wilchcombe was a legend in certain respects, there's no question that I think they were slightly more motivated this time around with a new person who will come with young and bright ideas. And while I'm not a political scientist, the FNM's work is cut out for them. I think there's a lot of work that they have to do to motivate voters because this is, I think, a trend that we can rely on in terms of the interest level of voters going out to the polls.
Also notable, some 9% of voters supporting the coalition of independents or an independent candidate, a departure from the usual 2%.
98% of those, at least, voted for the coalition. So I think hats off to Lincoln Bain and his movement, and it shows that a third party has to obviously continue in this trend for voters to look at taking them seriously.
Roll also emphasizing the need for the Parliamentary Registration Department to conduct studies and possibly revamp its system to enhance accuracy.
Some of the things with respect to the fact that I've already registered with this purple card and my lackluster interest of going back to say that I've moved out of the constituency, I'm in a new polling division, I've moved out of the country, things of this nature is where they may be having need to go back and do some studies to actually make it more of an accuracy with the total number of eligible voters that they...
Commenting on the electorate's disillusionment, Roll says parties have to look at their strategies with a view of improving the lives of citizens and government services. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Raven Davis.
Well, thanks, Raven. The Progressive Liberal Party making a lot of promises and planting hope on the campaign trail. Now, eager eyes are watching to see whether the administration delivers. Education Minister and Angleton MP, the Honorable Glenys Hannah Martin, spent a lot of time on the ground in West Grand Bahama during the campaign. She has acknowledged the challenges plaguing residents in that community and pledges to do her part to bring relief.
I eyeball to eyeball with many people. I took names and numbers. I am going to do my part around the table and in collaboration with colleagues to make sure that we respond appropriately to the issues that are long-standing and to enhance quality of life of the people of Grand Bahama.
Well, the Free National Movement's chairman, Dr. Dwayne Sands, says the party is going back to the drawing board after the crushing West Grand Bahama and Bimini by-election defeat. Still, he stands by the party's position to run a candidate and what he deems an effective campaign. Jolanda Thompson-Everest has more.
As the Free National Movement analyzed its crushing defeat at the by-election polls, the comparison between the results in 2021 and 2023 is now a topic of discussion as the party received fewer votes this time around. Chairman of the Free National Movement, Dwayne Sands, says that the Progressive Liberal Party carried the weight of the by-election by using all of its resources.
We're talking about two totally different scenarios. One in which the government of the Bahamas brought the entire weight of the administration and all of its resources, knew this, knew that.
And while he contends that the FNM were able to conduct an effective campaign with someone who was community involved and loved by the people, there have been some criticisms levied by those who believed that the Free National Movement should have sat this by-election out. But for that, he says they have no regrets.
None, zero. Okay? We made a decision collectively. It was not a decision made at the spur of the moment. It was a thoughtful, considered decision that had the buy-in and support of leadership, the council, and the rank and file of the Free National Movement.
Also coming into question is the leadership of the party and whether or not this loss now has an impact on Pintart's position.
If every outcome becomes a litmus test for leadership, if every failure, if every letdown, disappointment defines one as a leader, then you ought not be leading.
Sands admitted that the opposition party is disappointed that Bishop Grant did not win his seat. And although that seat was won by the PLP's Obi Wilchcombe in 2021, they did not let that stop them from trying to secure another seat in the constituency. Now, he says that they go back to the drawing board to ready themselves for the 2026 general election.
We will look at it critically. We will analyze it as we have done, as we have been doing. We will pivot where we need to pivot. We will make adjustments where we need to make adjustments.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Jolanda Thompson Everest.
Leader of Team Brave, Adama Bow, also weighing in on Wednesday's by-election, pleased that constituents showed their confidence in the Davis administration.
Kingsley Smith, he has a model to work with. That is Obi Wilchcombe's model. He can adjust it as it may suit his own personality and character, but he has some standards that he would have to meet, and then knowing him, he's going to want to exceed it. So after saying that, he should do very well. Now, the electorate in Grand Bahama and Bimini, their expectations are very high, considerable. I believe that it's not unfounded, and Grand Bahama and West End and Bimini in particular can look forward to great years to come.
Still to come, final preparations on the way ahead of COP28 in Dubai. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. More news in a moment.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Focall Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
Welcome to a world where hope is still loud, where dreams are still relevant, and determination has no substitute. Welcome to a nation where the people are still warm, resilient, and innovative. And Commonwealth Bank is at the center of it all, giving innovation and progress an extra push for more than 60 years. We're here for Bahamians because we are Bahamian. Commonwealth Bank, your leader in personal banking services.
This Christmas is on BTC.
All you have to do is sign up, top up, pay up, or watch and win with us.
Sign up for one of our $64.99 or higher postpaid plans or one of our broadband bundles.
And get a chance to drive into 2024 with a brand new Kia Sonet. Pay your bill in full and you can be a winner with our Christmas grab bag.
Activate a $15 prepaid combo and get your chance to win Visa gift cards, travel and gas vouchers, and so much more.
Watch our Hallmark movie of the week for a chance to win a prepaid Visa gift card. Make BTC your choice this Christmas
with over $100,000 in prizes.
All you have to do is sign up, top up, pay up, or watch and win with BTC. Visit any BTC location today. Terms and conditions apply.
The new KFC Nuggets have arrived.
that unlike the no-gets, ours are handmade using 100% white meat. Unlike the no-gets, at KFC, we hand bread every day to achieve the perfect flavor. After you try our delicious and crispy nuggets in the original recipe, you'll never settle for less. KFC, the real nuggets. It's finger-licking good.
My business couldn't survive without my credit card machine from Fidelity.
It's fast, convenient, and my clients love it.
My sales increase, and I can track my earnings.
Get your credit card machine from Fidelity today.
Call 356-7764.
God. I know you ain't spending no more money on this boat. Ain't this what you drowned in last year?
I understand. How I drowned last year if I here running on foolishness with you?
Where you going now?
Montague.
For what?
For best of the best. Why you keep putting question to me? Over 90 boats and over 200 sailors coming from all around the Bahamas to compete for the largest sailing port ever. You better pray I take you the best of the best.
You ain't got to worry about that because you's the best of the worst.
Anyway, while this woman running on, I will see you all to the 2023 Best of the Best Regatta. Woman, you will see me talking?
Come before them.
Health is the greatest gift. That's where we come in. Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies is a premier distributor of medical equipment, as well as medical and surgical consumables. Our engineers are always on hand, providing top care service that saves lives. We carry a wide selection of over-the-counter and prescription items, IV fluids, and other injections. Our products are state-of-the-art, and our entire team stays on top of cutting-edge technology. With more than 2 decades of dedicated service, Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies continues to be a trendsetter and innovator in healthcare. We have set ourselves apart by truly caring for our customers. We understand the intricacies of healthcare, and we produce spectacular results. We cherish our partnerships and nurture our friendships as we continue on our quest to help everyone maintain that wonderful gift of good health. Find us on 95th Terrace, Centerville, and now located in the Lucaya Shopping Center of Freeport, Grand Bahama.
Final preparations underway for the United Nations Climate Conference COP28 in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. The November 30th to December 12th high-level forum draws representatives from nearly 200 countries keen on meeting the goal of coordinating global climate action for the next year. Climate advisor Rochelle Newbold indicating at Thursday's weekly press conference at the Office of the Prime Minister she is anticipating the best outcome for the Bahamas.
Our delegation this year is quite sleek and tactical. We have less than 20 individuals who will be going at this year's COP. Our length of time will range from the high-level segment, which the Prime Minister and the Minister of Foreign Affairs, as well as the Minister with responsibility for energy and transportation will be attending. And then our technical team will handle all the negotiations moving forward.
Now, the climate advisor says the Bahamas' priority objectives in attending the conference include engaging in negotiations and advising the country's investment programs. She also provided this update on the Loss and Damage Fund.
That Loss and Damage Fund has, we had formulated a transitional committee that has been working throughout this year so that when we get to COP, there are very few things that we need to discuss in order to get that fund up and running. The 2 main issues that we need to concretize during that is the proposed voluntary nature of the funding that would be provided to that fund, and 2, who will host the actual fund.
And 60 clerical employees attached to the Ministry of Works and Family Island Affairs all smiles today after taking home a promotion, the most recent in about a decade. The overly excited group received their promotion and reclassification letter during a ceremony at the Department of Town Planning's headquarters today. Minister of Labor and the Public Service, the Honorable Pia Glover-Roll, applauded the employees for going above and beyond their duties despite the reward and recognition. She says training will be readily available for employees seeking to enhance their careers.
We want to ensure that while we bring you where you need to be, you also have a stake in ensuring your upward mobility. That means we are fostering an environment, a culture of continual learning. So while you're going to make it to the next level, or some of you may have multiple levels that you're going to receive today, I want to encourage you, I want to admonish you to keep moving in the right direction upwardly by improving yourself. The Ministry of Public Service, we provide training. The Department of Labor, we provide training through Prashad, through a National Training Agency. We also are partners with UB, BTVI.
Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Works, Bacchus Roll, says it's the tireless commitment and dedication to service that earned these elected employees their long overdue promotions.
As you take your next step in your careers, remember that this promotion is not just a reflection of your past work, but it is indeed a vote of confidence in the potential that you will bring in the near future. Embrace this opportunity with enthusiasm. Continue to strive for excellence and lead by example as you take on new responsibilities and challenges in your new roles.
And shifting gears, a fashion-forward move leads to a deal between BTVI and Superclub's Breezers. Corvell Pyfrom reports on how this historic collaboration will take the Made in the Bahamas concept from a vision to apparel creation.
Like any masterwork, it has to start with a dream, a plan. In this case, a design. The talented people then go to work and voila, the magic appears.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, BTVI's fashion design team will be providing custom-designed, locally made uniforms for the staff of Breezers Bahamas. Did you hear that?
What an undertaking for students and their instructors at BTVI's Fashion Design Department. Now hard at work, this initial 7-member team will be churning out approximately 100 uniform shirts for front-of-the-house staff at Breezes in about 6 weeks. It's shirts at first, but soon it will be the entire wardrobe.
It is truly a proud BTVI day.
We have a lot of talent in this department, and we love when we can showcase what our students can do.
Breezes Managing Director Muna Issa happy to be among BTVI's first corporate clients. She supports the Made in the Bahamas concept and says these kinds of collaborations are long overdue.
Breezes is very excited about this collaboration. It's a long time in the works, in the making, and we're very happy to be collaborating. Something like this shouldn't even be news, eh? It should be second nature, and it should have been done a long time ago. But we're glad to be leading the way and to partnering with BTVI.
Local legendary fashion designer April Burrows heads BTVI's fashion department. She says her students are ready to start cutting, trimming, sewing, and everything else.
We're delighted to know that Breezes has acknowledged our talent in this department and also endorsed us. Supported us by just bringing this to the table. And so the students have an opportunity to get a feel for what it is to manufacture garments. And so they're excited, they're ready to get started, and we are too.
This deal is being hailed as cutting edge, and in just a matter of weeks, those designs being done at BTVI's cutting room floor will be brought to life right here at the resort as Breezes employees begin wearing uniforms made right here in the Bahamas. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corvell Pyfrom.
Well, great story there, Corvell. Deals, deals, and more deals. That was customers who woke up quite early this morning, eager to get a number of businesses around the capital this Black Friday. Well, LaDawn Davis visited several of them to find out just how sales were looking this time around. Good evening, LaDawn. What can you tell us about this year?
Well, Lloyd, we're here at CBS in the Southwest Plaza, and let me tell you, Bahamians, hundreds of Bahamians have flocked here to the Southwest Plaza this morning for the Black Friday sales, and I'm sure that they were able to find and get the best deals possible. Now, I'm joined by the manager here at CBS, Mr. Brent Burrows. Mr. Burrows, talk to us a little bit about sales this Black Friday.
Yeah, so we actually we opened early this morning, so we've been here since 5 a.m., and we were quite pleased to see that there was a long line of people waiting to come in at 5 o'clock this morning. So thank you to everybody who came out and supported us and took advantage of the deals and got their Christmas shopping started early. But yeah, it's been a nice steady flow of people all day.
Well, Lloyd, we're here at Alive, and let me tell you, the deals are quite good. And now I'm joined by the product manager here at Alive, Alicia Murphy. Alicia, I know it's been quite busy here at Alive this Black Friday. Talk to us about the sales.
It's been quite amazing. We've been enjoying all of our consumers all across the Bahamas dreaming big. Dream big deals. So that's deals on smart TVs, deals on Ring, and of course, deals on cell phones. We want to make sure we have the whole family covered. So if you're a postpaid customer, prepaid, new or existing, mom, dad, or even Grammy, we want to make sure that we have something for you.
As customary each year, the lines here at BTC are extensive from early this morning, from 5 a.m. to now, and I'm sure the deals just keep getting better and better each year by our customers. Now I'm joined by the manager here at the Southwest Plaza, Ms. Evans. Talk to us a little bit about how sales been so far this Black Friday.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're really excited. We've been focusing a lot this season. We've launched Christmas, so we're in full Christmas mode. So not just at Southwest Plaza, but also the mall at Marathon, Bay Street, Cable Beach, also Prince Charles, and throughout the Commonwealth. So today we are featuring deals. We've got prepaid deals, so any of our prepaid customers can come in, and by simply purchasing a $15 combo plan, they can get a TCL phone for just $99. We've got postpaid deals. Anyone that's on a plan or that would like to come on a plan, our devices are slashed. They can get 50% off, as well as we're offering 50% off of our home internet services. So we have something for everyone. We're taking the focus not just from the device itself, but really focusing on our services. And so we have an activation going on at the Marathon Mall right now, and we have another activation plan for Southwest tomorrow. So it's going to be really buzzing. We're all about Christmas and just getting our products and services out to the public.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Evans. Lloyd, and there you have it. The sales don't stop here Black Friday, but customers can come out tomorrow and catch up on the best deals. Back to you in studio.
Well, thanks a lot, LaDon. Today, we also spoke with a number of shoppers about Black Friday sales. Well, the question was, what appears to be an environment of a tight economy, and with the Christmas holiday season fast approaching, is it a good choice to strike while the iron is hot and take advantage of Black Friday sales? Well, here's what they said.
I decided to spend money now, both online and in person.
I don't feel the need to, that kind of way. Very often we could go online. There's different avenues that we could go to and different means to get good prices.
Sometimes I think it's best to take advantage of the sales.
Because around Black Friday time, things be more reasonable. So it pretty much is around this time.
If you can get save 30 to 20% off, why not absolutely take advantage of that savings?
And now Marcellus Hall joins us with a check on what's coming up in sports. Marcellus?
Coming up in sports for this evening, the Hall of Fame gets a little bit bigger. We'll give you details just ahead in sports.
This Black Friday, get ready for unbelievable savings at Connaught Bahamas for 2 days only. It's a 40% off Black Friday sale, November 24th and 25th. Top quality products, cabinetry, granite, tiles, windows, vinyl flooring, and so much more. Connaught Bahamas is 40% off Black Friday sale. 2 days only, November 24th and 25th. Nassau, Freeport, Abaco, and Eleuthera. Sale opening hours, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Don't you miss out.
Mario thought he could have his cake and eat it too. He almost found out the hard way that if you don't insure your home for the full replacement value, when it comes time to make a claim, you won't get the full payout. It's called the condition of average. If your $200,000 home is destroyed by a hurricane, but you only insured it for $100,000, half the value, you'll only get half of that $100,000 payout. Actually, less than that, because there's also a deductible which will be deducted from your payout. Check your home insurance policy for the condition of average clause and ask your insurance agent or broker how condition of average would affect you. This message was brought to you by the Insurance Commission of the Bahamas, protecting the interests of policyholders.
You can find it all at Builders Mall. From cement, lumber, block, plumbing, and electrical to paint, lights, vanities, and tiles. Not to mention all the tools you could possibly need to get the job done. Say if you're starting a major project, adding the finishing touches, or just doing some repair or rental work around the house. FYP, the Paint Center, and Tile King can help. Stop by or call 601-8453. Located 69 Wolf Road, Nassau. You can find it all at Builders Mall. Building, painting, and tiling, the Bahamas.
Preparations being finalized for Women's Week set for this coming Sunday, November 26th to Saturday, December 2nd. This year's theme, Accelerating Equity, Empowerment, and Equality of Women and Girls. The initiative comes amidst ongoing concerns in the community about gender-based violence. Figures from the United Nations show that 1 in 3 women globally experience physical or sexual violence, mostly at the hands of an intimate partner. Here's Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Social Services, Joel Lewis.
The theme highlights the need to take urgent action to achieve equality and the empowerment of women and girls. We must take urgent action to ensure that women are more economically empowered. We must take urgent action to promote more women in decision-making positions. We must take urgent action to ensure that violence against women and girls cease.
This year also marks the 61st anniversary since women first voted in the Bahamas. Lewis says since that time, women across the country continue to excel, taking on leadership roles in all spheres of society.
During the National Women's Week, special forums have been planned. The week of activities will be launched on Sunday, the 26th of November, 2023, as we join in worship at the historic Bethel Baptist Church, located on Meeting Street, at 11 a.m. Immediately following the service, there will be a wreath-laying ceremony at the graveside of the late Dame Dr. Doris Johnson.
And students' attendance has reportedly improved tremendously this semester, in large part due to a ramped-up initiative to track absentee students. That doesn't mean, though, that the problem has gone away. And as Corval Python reports, nor does it mean efforts have discontinued.
It's a problem that existed for years. However, it drastically worsened during and since the pandemic. Far too many students not attending school. More worrisome, many of them completely off the radar. Education Minister Glenys Hanna-Martin says officials are aggressively working to get a handle on this.
What we're finding is that some students are not on the record because they've not registered, so they're not on the radar. So we're now enhancing our efforts to find those children.
A new hotline to report students not attending school, the minister says, is in the pipeline. In the meantime, she reminds members of the public of their responsibility.
Okay, the policy is simple. You see a child out there that should be in school, and you believe and you know that you suspect that that is a child that's not attending school for some period of time, that's an at-risk child. And so that's the policy. Pick up the phone and call the hotline at the Ministry of Education, and we will respond.
Attendance this semester, Hanna-Martin contends, is up. She believes the policies and efforts undertaken will allow this trend to continue into the upcoming semesters. No time for any victory lap yet, though. She quickly concedes there's a lot of work that has to be done.
We're going to the next level in ensuring attendance of students in the classroom, because that is the one space where we know it's managed, it is it's curriculum-based, it is secure, and it allows our children that period of their lives or in the day to develop their intellectual capacities, their emotional and social capacities, and it's a human right. And so we're going to the next level on attendance in our schools.
Hanna-Martin has long supported the philosophy, it takes a village, and it is the village she's turning to make sure that students are in the classroom. The ABCs and arithmetic of this all are simple. Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., students are expected to be in school. And to the community, she says that if you see something, you are duty-bound to say something. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corval Python.
And 200 students from the University of the Bahamas taking full advantage of free HIV and AIDS testing on the university's grounds. Statistics show that there are about 4,477 people living with HIV and AIDS in the Bahamas. However, these numbers continue to trend downward. In the last 3 years, there's been zero transmission from mother to child. Prevention educator at the National HIV and AIDS Program, Keith Camp, says it's the ministry's goal each year to ensure students know their HIV status.
This event continues to be a good event, especially for our youth population, our young people. A lot of the students who tested today are new students in the University of the Bahamas, and therefore for them to enter university, take on the responsibility of getting tested and knowing their status is a very important initiative.
Time now for the poll question of the week, and this week we're asking, should teachers be allowed to participate in TikTok videos with their students? You can chime in on our social media handles.
In case you missed the news or want to stay ahead, subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us on X, TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook.
With the help of our authorized financial institutions, or AFIs, using sand dollars is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Step 1. Identify your preferred AFI by browsing their websites or contacting them directly. Step 2. Download the free mobile application from Google Play or the Apple Store and then register for a Sand Dollar account. Step 3. Load money onto your mobile app and begin sending and receiving sand dollars or purchasing and selling goods and services.
We are pleased to be
your central bank approved
digital wallet providers.
It does not matter
which of us you choose.
You can pay for goods and services
wherever Sand Dollar is accepted.
We are all in this together.
Visit sanddollar.bs for more information.
For hurricane season, we got impact windows and doors. For protection, just come to our store. Plus we got tiles to pretty up your walls and your floors. We'll help you brighten up for that big bad storm. Porcelain tiles, blank tiles, mosaic tiles, a variety of styles. These 14s get right, they gotta be rough. That's why we got the best deals in the whole Bahamas. Hey, hey.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code. Select your payment amount and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
I'm grateful for my family, my health, and for the specials at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Par Excellence parboiled rice, 5 pounds, $3.99. Rainbow corned beef, 12 ounce, $2.39. Best Value whole kernel corn, 15 ounce, 99 cents. Chicken leg quarters, 10-pound bag, 99 cents per pound. Lamb chops, $4.99 per pound. Great holiday meals start at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
Bahamas Striping, its corporate partners and volunteers giving back in a pretty big way this holiday season. The modern-day Good Samaritans supplying meals to nearly 10,000 residents. President of Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, Otario Mitchell, says gratitude is at the heart of their efforts.
Well, Lloyd, Bahamas Striping, its corporate partners and volunteers giving back in a pretty big way this holiday season. The Moreton Day Good Samaritan supplying meals to nearly 10,000 residents. President of Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, Atario Mitchell, says gratitude is at the heart of their efforts.
We look at Thanksgiving, it's all about giving back. And as a company, a part of our core philosophy is giving back to the community and being a part of the community. So we are very pleased that this initiative that was going on for some time now has now come to a head.
Bahamas Striping also teaming up with the Bahamas Feeding Network to pull off the big Thanksgiving bonanza. Thousands of meals prepared, cooked, packaged, and dished out to several schools, churches, and parks around the country. For principal at the Palmdale Primary School, Clinton Josie, this year's Thanksgiving outreach is making a big difference.
Palmdale Primary School partners with Let's Make a Difference in their efforts to feed 10,000 persons on this Thanksgiving Day 2023. We are adding to this initiative by some 550 plates, 550 persons we are feeding here on our wonderful campus at this time. Most certainly, the gesture of giving back is much appreciated.
It's an initiative that began 4 years ago. Organizers are hoping the momentum continues next year. Live in studio, Desmond Saunders of Bahamas Tonight. Lloyd, back to you.
Of course, that was our Desmond Saunders live in studio. This, another gobble of a story. Folks mad dash for turkeys yesterday as Royal Kids Academy, through its foundation, Favor Ain't Fair, packed a trailer full of turkeys for distribution on Thanksgiving Day. In all, 300 mid-sized birds were given away from the school's Gladstone Road campus. The giveaway caused quite a traffic buildup during the lunchtime drive as scores of people lined the streets in anticipation of the turkeys being served out. The exercise welcomed as the cost of these birds this time of year is high, so the big win was for these persons. Academy founder Dr. Demetria Sherman says there is a lot of need out there, and she encourages others to join the effort.
We want to give out turkeys to families. Of course, we had families from everywhere. We had persons who came from Beantown, Village Road. We were excited to help those families today. Need is pretty great because we still had people coming up and trying to receive turkeys. And I just want to give a shout out to all those churches and persons who are out there actually trying to feed people today. It really shows that the community is in need.
Stay with us. The National Report returns in a moment.
Janae's Christmas Wonderland is open under the Big Tent. Get 20 to 50% off selected Christmas decorations. Restrictions apply. Trees in pink, frosted green or white in a variety of sizes. LED and laser lights, a large variety of tree ornaments, lighted angels, Santa tree toppers, bright and lively colored Christmas balls, garlands, wreaths, red and white stringed cranberry, tree skirts, stockings, and lots more. Add flowers, picks, and decorative mesh to brighten up your home or office this holiday season. And don't forget the toys at Janae's Chesapeake Road. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Janae's Limited. WhatsApp 817-3295.
It's a different kind of Christmas, but everything is here to bring a smile upon your face. That's what the season brings now. See, Christmas time is the time for your family and friends. Come and shop with us and find everything that you need. Deck out your homes with all we have in store, bringing joy and so much more. At Shop Smarty, at Shop Smart, at Shop Smart. Oh, everything is here at Shop Smart. At Shop Smart, at Shop Smart. Oh, everything is here.
Join up for life insurance. Secure the ones that you love. Join up with Family Guardian. We offer full protection. Join the family. Join the family. Family Guardian. Protect the ones you love. A friend that you can trust. Family Guardian.
Do you hear that? That's John Canoe.
And that means that the Boxing Day and New Year's Day Junkanoo parades are right around the corner. Don't get left behind. Make sure to book your ads in the live ZNS broadcast of the Junkanoo parades, the most professional coverage of our national art form. Call the ZNS sales office today at 502-3800. Ask for the special Junkanoo advertising package and be a part of Junkanoo on the ZNS TV network.
Now it's something just about every Bahamian, including myself, looks forward to. Thanksgiving smorgasbord of savory and sweet treats. And for those who aren't as fortunate, two companies this year are standing in the gap, delivering a hot meal to those who need it most. Here's Antoine Smith with the story.
Family, fellowship, and food. Those the three pillars of Thanksgiving.
If you can't give back, especially at this time of year, then, when can you?
So in the same fashion as that of Thanksgivings before, this blended corporate family, Bahamas Striping Group and Sandals, have gathered in their usual spot, stacks of food in hand, continuing in their Thanksgiving tradition of fellowship with the people of Exuma.
This is our fourth year partnering with Sandals in Exuma. The first 2 years we actually did Christmas dinner, but last year and this year we switched to Thanksgiving dinner. What we would have done is to go throughout the communities.
From Barraterry to Rollville and every settlement in between to make sure we're covering as many people.
500 people this year, to be exact. It's an initiative Exumians have come to look forward to, with volunteers lending their hand. As the freshly made plates come out, they're loaded into waiting vehicles, already earmarked for a few special folks in particular.
Most of the food goes to senior citizens and families who have children.
But it's not so much about the how, but the why.
There's a lot of people who are less fortunate, a lot of housebound, a lot of elderly, a lot of infirm, or people who just can't necessarily afford a really nice traditional Thanksgiving meal.
And we feel that it's very important that as we are blessed, that we turn around and bless others. And so it's always very important to us to look for ways and means to assist persons.
Because in the end, it's all about family, fellowship, and food. Same way, same time next year. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Antoine Smith.
Great story there, Antoine. It's time now for a check on Family Island weather with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Lloyd. We have a few clouds this evening. Temperature 81 degrees, relative humidity 64%. The winds out of the east-southeast at 4 miles per hour. Barometric pressure 1,017.4 millibars. That's 30.03 inches. And your temperatures around the Family Islands this evening, they are brought to you by Family Guardian Insurance Company. We're protecting you. 78 degrees in Freeport, Grand Bahama, and Greenville Key in Abaco. Marshall, Abaco, 78 as well. Also, Alistown, Bimini reported 78 degrees. The Berry Islands, 1 degree up at 79 degrees. And as we take you further south, Harbor Island, 81, Roxana, Eleuthera, 80 degrees, 82 in Black Point, Exuma, and Camp Space on Andros. Fresh Creek and Central Andros, 81s in Alistown, Cat Island. San Salvador, Rum Key, and Georgetown, Exuma, and Clarencetown, Long Island, 80 degrees. Crooked Island, 80. That's Sea Bay, McWarner, 81 degrees. Also, Actors, 81. Magitani, Nagua, 82. And the Turks and Caicos Islands at 85 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Builders Mall, home of FYP, the Tile King, and the Paint Center. For all areas tonight through Saturday, southeast to south winds, 10 to 15 knots, wave heights 2 to 4 feet. Low tide will take place at 11:24 tonight with your high tide at 5:47 tomorrow morning. On Sunday, in the northwestern parts of our country, you can expect light and variable winds with flat seas, high tide 6:35 in the morning with a low tide at 1:04 in the afternoon. Now for the central and southeastern islands on Sunday, northeast to east winds 10 to 15 knots and the wave heights 2 to 4 feet over the ocean. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Stop the world. I want to get off. Stop the world and let me off. Tired of going round and round. I've played the game of love and loss. You stop the world and let me off. Stop the world and let me off.
And that's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Shorts. Stay tuned. And the weather forecast is still ahead.
Want to have your voice heard? Send your letters to the editor to digitalmedia@znsbahamas.com. Share your thoughts on current events or positive stories within your community. That's digitalmedia@znsbahamas.com. We want to hear from you.
With 3 or more vehicles looking for the perfect fueling solution? Well, look no further.
I can go into any Rubis service station and get fast and easy service without any form of payment.
I can top up my fuel account and generate reports anytime online.
We at Wildflowers enjoy significant savings from fraud reduction. The Rubis system provides optimum security and peace of mind.
Email bahamassales@rubis-bahamas.com to sign up now.
First we plan, then we innovate, then we build. At Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, we are committed to quality, to safety, and to service. We know that the road you take is just as important as your final destination. At Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, it is our job to make sure the road and the ride are as smooth as possible. From striping roads to building them, we are the right choice, the trusted choice, the only choice to help you build your tomorrow.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
ZNS Total Sports brought to you by Sans Beer, who reminds you to recycle your beer bottles for cash in Nassau, Grand Bahama, and now Abaco and Eleuthera.
Well, welcome to your ZNS Total Sports Check here on a Friday, everybody. I'm Marcelo Saul. International tournament play continuing here at Bahama and finishing up over at Atlantis for the Battle for Atlantis finale. Meanwhile, though, last night, Hall of Fame getting a little bit bigger. Let's take a look.
National Sports Hall of Fame ceremony taking place at Super Clubs Breeze this Thursday night. A total of 12 honorees inducted at the ceremony, including Dr. Lawrence Davis, Anton Seeley, Alan Murray, John Johnson, Craig Flowers, Peter Pratt, Mark Knowles, Irvin Taylor, Jennifer Isaacs-Dotson, Yvonne Lockhart, Fernley Palmer, and James Brown, the proud recipients, all receiving their gold jackets in front of well-wishers and friends. University of the Bahamas men's basketball team taking on TMT Giants and NPBA action. First quarter, UB Mingo's guard Theodore Grant with the Euro step 4-2. Mingo's down 14-6. Moving ahead to the second now, Grant again through the lane 4-2. He had 16 on the night to lead the Mingos. Mingo's still down 18-11. Mingo's guard Aquante Edgecombe with the miss. Glendison Black with the cleanup. Black with 8 points. Mingo's down 17-15 at this point. Black again on the inside. Mingo's up 19-17. Alex Francis from the outside the arc for 3. Mingo's up 22-17. Francis had 10 points on the night. Mingo's end the half down 30-28. Final shot of the game. Mingo's could not hold on to the lead. They dropped the game 65-47.
We just didn't play with the heart we needed to have tonight. We're not going to be perfect on any night. We will make mistakes. We have to be perfect in our effort. And I just didn't think we gave a perfect effort tonight. But all in all, very good, very well coached team by the Giants. Most of those players played for me, so they know a lot of the game strategy, and so they have a good camaraderie with this group. They work out together. So we didn't expect that our guys would fall behind this far, this quickly.
The Bahama Hoops Nassau Championships getting started today at the Convention Center. Tournament featuring 8 mid-major Division I schools. They'll run through Sunday. Competition did get started this morning. UNCG taking on Kansas City with the final game set for right about now, featuring Ohio against George Washington.
And that's the Friday Night Check on Sports. Don't go anywhere. We do have Friday evening's weather report just ahead.
ZNS Total Sports brought to you by Sands Beer, who reminds you to recycle your beer bottles for cash in Nassau, Grand Bahama, and now Abaco and Eleuthera.
This is...
Health officials announced early on that the curve of the country...
And cue.
And a fire had erupted in Atlanta.
All of the victims have lost their lives.
Sand Dollar is the digital dollar created by the Central Bank of the Bahamas. It's just like physical cash, but safer and more convenient. Sand Dollar is secure and can be used on any Android or ISO device. Use Sand Dollar for your personal and business transactions. Whether by QR code or short name, you can send and receive Sand Dollars safely with the touch of a button. Download any Sand Dollar enabled app to get started today. Sand Dollar, it's just like texting cash.
We're coming for y'all again.
Are you ready for the hardest sports show on the market? It's called The Timeout. Sundays on the ZNet Television Network. In our first show, 4 decades of sports in the country.
Sand Dollar is the digital dollar created by the Central Bank of the Bahamas. It's just like physical cash, but safer and more convenient. Sand Dollar is secure and can be used on any Android or ISO device. Use Sand Dollar for your personal and business transactions. Whether by QR code or short name, you can send and receive Sand Dollars safely with the touch of a button. Download any Sand Dollar enabled app to get started today. Sand Dollar, it's just like texting cash.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at weather, we continue to watch that little area of low pressure in the central Atlantic. Still now has about a 40% chance of becoming either a subtropical or possibly even a tropical storm by the end of the week or over the weekend. The good news is it's not a threat to any landmass. Satellite pictures, well, that is showing a frontal boundary over northern Florida, which is slowly trekking towards the south and east and could bring some cloudy conditions with showers over the weekend. Our forecast for the night, we're looking at partly cloudy conditions with a low temperature of 73 degrees. And tomorrow, pleasant with lots of sunshine, some patchy clouds, however, in the afternoon with a high temperature of 81 degrees. And your extended weather forecast is going to shape up like this beautiful weather tomorrow. But come Sunday, as a result of that frontal system, we will see some showers on Sunday, and things should start to dry out rather quickly on Monday, taking us into the early part of next week until we start to see some more clouds around Thursday of next week. Roy?
Basil. And finally tonight, it's not the kind of thing we see every day or that often. But then again, today was not your kind of usual day. The Corrections Department is marking Prisons Week, and today they invited their other uniformed service colleagues to a shootout. Corval Pyfrom was there.
This is a competition that tests the speed and accuracy at shooting of the uniformed branches. Highly skilled men and women from defense and police forces, prison, customs, and immigration, all competing. All very serious about what they do. There's no taking lightly the manner and precision they use. But let's not forget, this competition is for bragging rights.
There's always, and there has always been, camaraderie amongst us. But this one here is sometimes bragging rights. We want to make sure we know who's the top gun.
From the sidelines of the second annual marksman competition at the police shooting range on Gladstone Road, an exercise to mark Prison Week observances, a bit of trash talking between customs and BDOCs.
Right now, I am quite happy. I'm proud of where we are because going into
And this last competition, I believe we were in second place. We were beating everybody except the defense force. And as you know, the defense force live with guns in their waist.
The controller gave me some bad news, say that we were in last place, but I don't believe him. So I'll have to wait and see how this plays out. But it's a fun day for all.
Inspector Jamal Edgecombe, firing instructor and competition overseer, tells us the police are the reigning champs. They've even had the top shooter, though he's not biased.
Last year, the scores, when the scores were tallied, the scores showed that the Royal Bahamas Police Force edged out the Royal Bahamas Defense Force by about, I want to say, 4 or 5 rounds. So it was really close.
So the police have the bragging rights.
I support the Commissioner of Police.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corvell Pyfrom.
Thanks a lot, Corvell. Well, that does it for the Bahamas Tonight. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. From all of us here at ZNS, I'm Lloyd Allen. Thank you for watching.
I'm Kim, an all-around busy person, but I'm also a foodie. Bahamian food is a delightful fusion of flavors and techniques passed down and over time has evolved into unique and delicious meals. It takes simple ingredients and it turns into something special. So if you're a foodie like me and don't like spending all day in the kitchen, but want great food, fast, simple, and tasty, then join me as we dish it up.
What you see on this television station is governed by IRCA's Code of Practice for Content Regulation. The Code of Practice covers matters relating to program content that are of concern to the community, such as local content, news, current affairs, and programs for children, advertising, including political advertisements, and the responsibilities associated with broadcasting in the Bahamas. The code also covers aspects such as access services for the hearing and visually impaired, and the procedure for lodging a complaint about anything broadcasted by this television station. The code is available on IRCA's website at www.ircabahamas.bs. To receive a copy of the code by mail or in person, you may telephone IRCA at 242-393-0234. Family Island dialing is toll-free at 242-300-8722. Or you may send a request by email to info@ircabahamas.bs.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.